Compliments of the season and welcome to the first edition of the program Kaduna Electric Watch in the year 2019. I am your regular host Asma Muhammad. On behalf of the management and the entire staff of Kaduna Electric, we wish our esteemed customers and all members of the electricity family across the country a very pleasant and prosperous year. In today's edition of the program, we shall share with you our annual end of the year rewards and recognition celebration. This is a day where members of staff, units, departments, and regional offices who exhibited exemplary commitment and dedication to service excellence are recognized and rewarded. The Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Garba Haruna led other management staff to share in the glorious moment. In the interview segment, Mr. Sunday Haya of the Commercial Department shall discuss some of the initiatives taken by the commercial team to ensure more customers' intimacy, service excellence, and efficiency in service delivery. Of course, our regular safety and motivational tips are part of today's menu. This and many more shall come your way after the electricity news by Rukaya Hamisu Abbakar. Compliments of the season, Rukaya. I hope we shall have many cheering news in the year 2019, especially as it concerns the electricity industry.
Thank you, Asmau, and compliment of the season. It is our collective prayers that 2019 shall be a blessed one. Here is the news. First, the major items. Kaduna Electric commission ultra-modern meter test laboratory. Siemens partners Kaduna Electric to actualize the national electricity roadmap. Kaduna Electric tops 2018 safety ranking. Now the news in full. In an effort to enhance service efficiency and timely resolution of customers' metering complaints, Kaduna Electric recently commissioned its state-of-the-art meter test laboratory. This is coming closely on the heel of significant feat recorded by the ICT team, where critical work process of various departments and units were fully automated. Speaking to Kaduna Electric Watch, the company's technical expert on ICT and automation, Engineer Rajendra Shettiya, described the facility as a milestone achievement and the first ever established by any distribution company in the country. He disclosed that the new meter test laboratory will enable the company maintain the integrity of all meters in our networks, as the laboratory has all necessary facilities needed to test all meters both on and offline. Speaking on the meter asset providers regulation enacted by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission last year, Engineer Rajendra assured that all necessary contractual agreements between Kaduna Electric and some qualified meter asset providers have been concluded, and the first phase of meter deployment, the MAP, shall soon commence. In its determination to actualize the national electrification roadmap recently submitted to the federal government, the management of Kaduna Electric and Siemens have commenced bilateral talks aimed at forging strategic partnership and generating credible data that will be used to develop practical creative solutions within the franchise of Kaduna Electric. A three-man team from Siemens and BPE were at the corporate headquarters of Kaduna Electric recently, where exchange of information, ideas, and development of operational frameworks between the two organizations was held. The Chief Engineering and Technical Service Officer of Kaduna Electric, Engineer Bello Musa, who held brief for the Managing Director CEO, welcomed the initiative of Siemens and expressed willingness of Kaduna Electric to work with the global players like Siemens to improve the quantity and quality of power supply in our franchise states. The leader of the Siemens team, Mr. Oladayo Oloru, disclosed that Siemens is interested in partnering with the federal government of Nigeria and other critical stakeholders, Kaduna Electric inclusive, to improve generation, transmission, and distribution capacity across the country. According to Mr. Oloru, Siemens have developed many innovative business models and technical solutions that provide reliable, affordable, and sustainable power to businesses and households in many developed and emerging economies across the world. He said that the team is in Kaduna Electric to gather necessary data that will enable them to develop solutions peculiar to the needs and challenges of electricity distribution company, as well as increase opportunities to energy access in Nigeria. The Siemens company is targeting to increase the available capacity in Nigeria from the existing 7,000 megawatts to 25,000 in a not too distant future, Mr. Ololu revealed. Kaduna Electric PLC has emerged first among the 11 distribution companies and transmission company of Nigeria in safety for the year 2018. According to the monthly safety report by the National Electricity Management Service Agency, NEMSA. The report indicated that based on all the indices of measuring safety, death, and injuries, the company was not found wanting. Kaduna Electric came tops 8 times in the month of January, February, June, July, August, September, October, and November 2018. The report of December is expected late this month. The head corporate communication, Abdulaziz Abdullahi, said that Kaduna Electric beating other 10 discos to win the converted position is a testimony to the fact that the company takes safety seriously. He went further to state that the company is strategic in its approach to safety, which he said has made the company achieve this feat. According to him, the company is not relenting but is even more resolute in doing more in 2019, which he said the team for this year is targeted 0 accidents. Thank you for being with us.
The year 2018 was as historical as it was significant to Kaduna Electric. A lot of landmark achievements were recorded by the company in areas of system upgrading, customer services, and other value addition initiatives. The climax came on 9th December 2018 when the annual rewards and recognition celebration was held. Correspondent Abrahaman El Jimeta covered the event. His reports.
The annual end of the year MD Awards Night is a day set aside by the management of Kaduna Electric to reward hard work, dedication to duty, and excellent performance by staff of the company. These rewards packages consist of individuals, units, departments, and regional offices awards. The 2018 celebration held on the 9th of December was no exception. The Managing Director, Engineer Garba Haruna, leading other members of the management, took part in the celebration from the beginning to the end. In his remark at the occasion, Engineer Garba Haruna enjoined the entire workforce of the company to dedicate themselves to improvement of service to the consumers and the revenue standing of the company. The Managing Director, who lamented the huge revenue deficit currently being experienced by the company, which stood at over 2 billion naira every month, charged the workers to fire the revenue drive from all cylinders in the coming year. He disclosed that the company must be more aggressive in its drive to recover all outstanding electricity bills next year in order to bridge the current revenue deficit suffered by the company. According to him, the company is taking energy worth about 4 billion naira every month from the national grid, and only 1.7 million naira is being realized monthly. The MD emphasized that in the year 2019, revenue drive will be fired from all cylinders. He cautioned the company must at least attain 80% of billing and collection efficiencies this year to enable it meet its obligation to the electricity market. The Kaduna Electric boss also directed the department concerned to focus on identifying all unregistered electricity consumers in the company's franchise and ensure that all unregistered electricity users are captured in the billing program accordingly and revenue collected as well. He also charged staff of the company to work as a team and key into the current ICT revolution, stating that the company has developed some valuable additional applications that will inject more efficiency in work processes and service delivery.
Nice people that are doing well, that to celebrate for everybody that we have reached 4 years. So I want us to celebrate big time in 2019 that we have achieved and supersede our goals so that we can do a combined celebration, both reward and recognition and also celebration of 5th year. That's what I expect in 2019. While the other parties that won election are celebrating, we should also be celebrating that we have achieved our target. The first quarter is key, and that is when the election is going to be declared. So let us target, while they are celebrating, we are also celebrating that first quarter, that we have achieved our target for the first time in this company. And this is a challenge for us, this is a task for everybody. And I need commitment of each and everybody. Are we committed to doing that?
This year's annual award ceremony saw about 100 employees receiving the prestigious MD's Award of Excellence, and another 100 received the Shining Star Awards. The Makera Regional Office in Kaduna State emerged the overall best regional office for the second consecutive year. The occasion was attended by the management and staff of the company from across the 6 regional offices in Kaduna State.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. As earlier mentioned, we have in the studio today Mr. Sunday Yahaya to discuss some initiatives taken by the commercial team to drive home the service excellence philosophy of the company. Mr. Yahaya is the immediate past BDRO of Barnawa region, a software development expert and a customer service relation guru. The interview was conducted by our regular anchor Jamila Bala. Don't go away as Jamila takes it from here.
Thank you for staying with us. In today's interview, we have with us Mr. Sunday Yahaya from Commercial Department. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Jamila. It's a pleasure to be here.
Please, sir, can you explain to the understanding of our viewers the proposed customers and asset enumeration to be undertaken by the company soon?
Thank you very much. Kaduna Electric, like you know, we're in charge of supply of electricity in 4 franchise states of Kaduna, Zamfara, Sokoto, and Kebbi. And what we are trying to do with the enumeration exercise, enumeration simply means to count. You can call it a census. So what we're trying to do with the enumeration exercise is to have a census, a count, an enumeration of all our customers. But very importantly, another thing we are doing with this one is that we're also enumerating our assets. We are enumerating our 33 kV lines and our injection substations, the 11 kV feeders that go out of it, all the poles, all our transformers, all the entire network. So that's what we'll be doing. So we'll have people going from house to house. People are already going from pole to pole, tagging those poles. You see, if you walk around town, you see some poles with white background with some numbers written on them. So it's all part of the enumeration exercise. And what we're about to start doing now is to start the proper enumeration of houses and households.
What then is the significance of the exercise, sir?
Thank you very much. Basically, what we're trying to do is to have a database of everything that concerns us as a company all our assets and all our customers, where they are, how are they connected to our network. The significance is that it helps us in planning. I always say that one of the things we have around is that we have areas expanding without commensurate expansion of infrastructure. So as a company, for planning purposes, we want to know how many transformers do we have in location A, and how many people do we have there. What is the rate of expansion of location A? How soon do we need to relieve that transformer? How soon do we need to extend a particular feeder? How soon do we need to construct another feeder? The lack of proper data has really hampered planning for us as a company. So what it's going to give us is going to give us proper data. We're going to know how many customers we have, how many connected customers. We're even going to do an enumeration of even expected customers. Maybe if between one house and another house, there's an empty plot, we'll enumerate that plot because that's a potential customer. If it's an uncompleted building, if it's a building that is just completed, is awaiting service, so that we can make proper plans. If we do that, there will be a lot of reduction in incidence of transformer damage. Because we will know that in 3 months' time, in 6 months' time, this transformer will be overloaded, and we'll make arrangements to have it relieved or have it replaced or have it operated. So that's the significance. The significance is that it's going to give us an overview of our entire assets, which will help us to plan everything we do going forward.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Will the customer be required to make any payment in the cost of the enumeration?
No. Customers are not expected to make any payment. What we expect from customers is just cooperation. When our staff come, they identify themselves with their ID card as Kaduna Electric staff. We'll ask them some few questions. For existing customers, we just want to confirm the information. Some people have changed their phone numbers, some people have changed their email addresses. In the course of, there are some areas where the state governments have done renumbering of houses. So maybe the house used to be number 18 before. It's now number 20 or it's now number 25. So you update such information. So even if the person who is not the sales rep or the engineer in charge of that area, if somebody else comes, if he sees number 20 on the bill, it is the same number 20 that is on the wall of the house. So we expect them to cooperate with us, that provide them with the information they require. So that's for existing staff, existing customers. For customers that are about to come in, maybe you have just completed your house, and we can also get you enumerated so that you can be captured into this company's database for the purpose of billing. So customers are not expected to pay any money, are not expected to give any favors. If anybody should ask you to give money, please take note of that person's ID card number and report to the nearest Kaduna Electric office, and we'll take action against such. I repeat again, customers are not expected to pay any money. They're not supposed to give anybody anything for this exercise.
Thank you for the emphasis.
Yeah.
In what role is the customer expected to play to ensure the success of the exercise?
Yes, that's what we were talking earlier. It's just cooperation. You know, our staff already started going out, and the feedback I got yesterday evening, there are some pockets of resistance here and there, or people did not understand what the exercise is about. All we need is cooperation. If people knock at your door and they say, okay, they want to see a copy of your bill if you're a postpaid customer, or they want to see a copy of your vending slip if you are a prepaid customer, it's just for them to confirm the information on it, that the name is correct, you correct that the name is correct, the address is correct, the kind of tariff is correct, the meter number is correct. That's all. The street number, street address, if the street name has changed, for example, so we update all that information. So all these things we are talking about, in probably less than 5 minutes, we are through with a customer and we move to the next customer. So all we expect of the customer is absolute cooperation. But if they have any doubt about anything, they can contact the nearest Kaduna Electric office.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. In what way will the exercise improve service delivery and customer satisfaction?
Okay, thank you. Like I did say earlier, it's going to help us a lot in planning, because a lot of the issues we have now have been as a result of not having enough data to plan properly. I'll give you an example. There are areas that 3 years ago were complete bush. Now they have become developed. You have houses, and all of them want to be connected. And there's only one transformer in that area. Everybody connects. So you see that by the time you keep on drawing the line, you get to a certain place. People complain, "Oh, my voltage is very, very low." You know, it's part of it. So if we're already aware that this area is expanding, and we know that in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time, we will need to put another transformer there. After all, people are there. They are going to be potential customers. So it helps us a lot in planning. It also helps us along that line. If, for example, like sometimes people report to the head office, "Oh, 5 poles have broken down somewhere." All our poles are tagged now, and we're going to take GPS coordinates of every asset and every house. So if you say 5 poles have broken down, you can tell us the specific poles. We can check on the GIS map and see that yes, these 5 poles, maybe when there was wind or something fell, and we can make replacements. Sometimes we get requests from communities, they tell you they need 20 poles. And at the end of the day, by the time you send people there, probably only 3 or 4 is needed. But by the time they are properly tagged, we know, okay, it's pole 5 and pole 7 that are down. Okay, so we'll make arrangement for replacement of pole 5 and 7. And transformer X is already 70% loaded. We have seen in the course of our enumeration, there are at least 40 buildings that are about to be completed that might be ready in the next 2 months. So if that happens, we know that in the next 2 months, if we don't do something about that transformer, it might become overloaded. And that's why we have this issue of load shedding, and customers are very dissatisfied because they don't. So all of this, by the time everything works and we put in place the plans we have, there will be a lot of customer satisfaction, there will be improvement in supply, and customers will be happier.
Okay, that's very good. What other benefits will acquire to both the customer and the company from the enumeration exercise? Thank
you very much. I remember this now. And the other thing is that there's this MAP program coming up, the meter asset program. The regulator has licensed some meter providers to provide customers with meters. Part of what we would also do in the enumeration is those people who don't have meters, we will know who they are. So our MAP asset providers will be involved in providing provision of meters, so they know how many meters. Okay, we have probably 110,000 people who don't have meters. We can now make that information available to the MAP vendor so that they know how to plan in metering those customers. So that's another part of the issue of planning. So if all that is done, people complain, "Oh, because we don't have meters, we are getting estimated bills," and all of that. And part of the issues also is that some of the estimated bills you have, by the time we take our measurements from our transformer, you see the energy is quite high, but by the time you look at the people who we have on the database physically connected, there are few. There are a lot of people who are connected, but they are not on our database, so they don't get bills. So, and it's not right that your neighbor will be paying for the energy you are consuming. So in doing this, we'll have everybody come on board, and hopefully everybody will be happy after that.
Hope so. Finally, what call or appeal do you have for our customers and viewers alike?
Okay, thank you very much. Basically, we want to appeal, like I said earlier, to our customers for cooperation, for patience with us as a company. We're a responsible corporate entity, and we know there are pockets of issues in certain places, but everybody will tell you in the last few months there have been significant improvement in electricity supply and service delivery. So where we have pockets of issues, we appeal to them to still cooperate with our staff, lodge their complaints with those staff that come for enumeration. We have an enumeration app that they are going to use. We capture all the customers' information into the app. There's a place for remark where the person who is doing the enumeration can put the remark, "Oh, supply in this area is very low," and the thing goes to the server. So the guys at the back end will see that, okay, this area, all the people who are enumerating, they are complaining about supply is low. What is happening there? We can send somebody to go there. So people, we just appeal to them to cooperate with our people, to be patient with our people. If they knock on your door, please attend to them, open the door for them, because if we don't gain access and we are not able to enumerate everybody, then the whole essence of the program will be defeated. Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me on our program.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
That's all for the interview segment. Back to you, Asma Mohammed. Thank you.
This is where we shall draw the curtain in this edition of the program. Be a good ambassador of the world. Pay your electricity bills as at when due. Always demand for your receipt after payments, and above all, don't tamper with your meter. On behalf of the corporate communications team and the production crew, do have a wonderful time. Bye.